Hi guys, this is Travis with Beyond Bipolar blog. Today I'm going to talk about food and mood. The biggest question they have to ask yourself does, depending on what you eat, does that influence your mood? I want to say yes and no. I feel like with any types of studies done when it comes to eating vegetables, fruits, lean meats, avoiding saturated fats and sweets, there's a lot of benefits when it comes to alleviating physical and mental health symptoms. However, based on my own personal opinion, I don't think diet alone it would make me less bipolar, because back then I would eat pretty well and I wasn't on medication, I was unmedicated, and I still would experience bipolar symptoms, which is the mania and the mixed moods and the lows. I feel that it wouldn't affect my sleep. It wouldn't affect whether I become manic or depressed. I personally feel that regardless, I was just continuing to be bipolar. Now, with that said, I feel though when I was at my heaviest at 175 pounds, I could have been on my verge to getting obese, diabetes, many mental health problems related to my weight because I just wouldn't feel great about myself. And not only that, I feel that I was experiencing a lot of physical symptoms of just not feeling good about myself. And that plays in a role with maintaining my health. I wouldn't say it actually fixes my health, but I definitely maintain a healthier lifestyle when it came to mood and food. So let me get into how I lost all this weight, which was like 40 pounds now. A lot of it was diet, and to be honest with you, my diet was not the most healthiest. I would only eat one meal a day with I would say a moderate snack because I had to take something with my Lithium at night. So I was not following the 3 meal day diet, and I was not fasting, and I was not influencing myself when it came to diet itself. I was just focusing on maintaining my health by avoiding sweets, grains. I think I used to eat a lot of rice. I used to eat a lot of grains such as noodles, which was a huge weight gainer. Whether that's a lot of white rice with stir fry or chow mein, or noodle dishes such as let's see, spaghetti was a huge calorie intake. Another calorie intake was tuna hot dish, macaroni, plain noodles. Any of that was just completely avoided. And also, not only that, when it came to my diet, I also avoided sweets. So I would avoid a lot of candy, and I would avoid any caloric sugar diets or sugar like pop and soda. I would avoid that. I would clearly just drink sparkling water or just water in general. And not only that, I would avoid other types of grains like tater tot hot dish or french fries or breads. I would avoid eating a lot of breads. I used to eat a lot of processed breads for like turkey or ham, or a lot of potatoes, a lot of starchy foods, which can be really bad for you. And because of that, I lost a lot of weight because of my diet alone. Not only that, I focused on my diet. I had the desire to lose weight, and I had the discipline to lose weight. So those 3 keys are the 3 Ds, which is diet, desire, and discipline. And with that knowledge, you should be able to lose a lot of weight. Now, with that alone, I had to be honest with you, I could not do it with exercise alone, though it was a large factor in my component to losing weight, because I literally dropped 40 pounds in a year, a little over a year, and because of that, I feel pretty good about myself. But what caused me to do that is I used to work out an hour to 2 hours a day on a stair machine, and I would lose anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 calories, plus dieting alone, so I would lose a lot of weight. Now, there were times in which I would influx and maintain my weight, but I wouldn't be losing it, and it was really frustrating because I was stuck there for a while. But I will get more into that later. I would just try to drink a lot of liquids. I would eat with a lot of liquids. For example, I would take 170 calorie chicken noodle soup, put a whole bunch of water there, I would add like a cubicle of like chicken bouillon, and that would consist of a huge pot. I would dose it, huge water in a huge pot with the chicken bouillon, and then have that with the soup, and I would drink a whole bunch of... It worked for a while, but at the same time I was still hungry. But I also focused on like salads and like with carrots and like low fat or reduced fat dressings. I know a lot of people have salads, but they use really fattening dressing, and that could be really bad for you. But at the same time, I would do this low calorie... I can't remember the name of the salad dressing right now, but it's something with like vinaigrette or something, and that's how I lost a lot of the weight. Now, in general, I have another channel called Duo Fitness, and with there you can see more information on my transformation when it came to weight loss. But I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm pretty happy with what I did. As stated with mood and food, you can feel better about yourself, but necessarily I don't think it's gonna influence the fact that you might be bipolar. I feel that in general, when, like I said earlier, even though I was influenced to eat more healthy and I felt better about myself because I was losing weight, at the same time it was my meds that was causing me to increase my appetite, and it was my mood, depressed mood, and eat my empty feelings out, and eating unhealthily. A lot of that knowledge I actually maintained, and which caused me to lose weight. At the same time, like I said earlier, I don't think it would change the fact that I'd be bipolar. I'd probably still be bipolar, even if I had the most healthiest diet or clean diet in the world. It won't change the fact that I'm going to have mania and depression and experience with sleep loss and mixed moods. It was all hectic, and I definitely need to know to myself that I had to be on medications in order to regulate all this. I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched to reduce anxiety and depression when it comes to your food intake and what kind of clean diet you eat, but at the same time, you have to be realistic in actually how much influence can you put on yourself when it comes to reducing weight loss along with the dietary habits for depression and anxiety. Since my case is a lot more complicated, I have a history of schizoaffective disorder, so with that alone, it was difficult to treat regardless of whatever I eat. So my personal opinion is that diet can be very helpful when it comes to physical and mental health. But at the same time, like I said, it might influence the fact that my mood might be better with food, with the right kind of food, but it won't change the fact that I'm bipolar and will experience the symptoms, because they might be less exaggerated or less obtruse, but at the same time, I'd still experience the symptoms regardless. Now, I know someone that has been diagnosed with bipolar, but then he went to a total clean diet and eating organics and watching what he eats and eating whole foods and things like that, and he says it worked wonders for him. And I don't disagree with anyone that thinks diet alone is going to solve their stomach issues or it's going to cure them from losing all this weight. You still have to realize that if you have a set of symptoms and you realize that, hey, I've tried this diet plan and I'm still not happy, or I'm not satisfied with my life, or experiencing depression, anxiety, or these mixed moods, or mania, or depression, any of those you're experiencing, and diet isn't helping, you probably still need to have medication in order to get your life to the place that you really want to go. So because of that, I think I'll just end this with a positive note that mood and food can be a good thing for you. However, you have to be realistic when it comes to your diet and focusing on that alone to believe that you're going to become this happy-go-lucky guy and have no symptoms of mental health issues when it comes to engorging on a clean diet or healthy diet or anything like that. You just have to be realistic and realize that, hey, diet can be helpful, but alone, I don't think it's going to solve the world. So, if you are a person that is willing to be open about your situation, you have a mental health, you want to have a balance between diet, medication, exercise, healthy social relationships, networking, a healthy discipline like job, education, or hobby or passion. If you can focus on that, then things will definitely go great for you if you have a balance of all that. But if you put everything on a balance and believe that diet alone is going to help you, it's not necessarily true. So because of that, I think that I'll end this with the note is be realistic. I think diet can help, but it's not the go-to thing when it comes to mental health alone.